And Nahea leads Teague 35-7 with 11:50 to go in the third quarter as we tee this one up. Georgetown set to kick to the Lions to start the second half.
Perfectly executed, Graham, just as the music was coming on over the PA system here at Waco ISD Stadium. Georgetown back on the field now. Their special teams unit to kick this ball off. Again, Waco High will receive to begin this second half. They trailed Georgetown 20-0. Started to get a little bit of something going there on their final drive, although Georgetown was in a bit of a prevent defense.
Waco High yet to take the field. Looks like Georgetown's ready to kick this one away. And Waco High will take the field. Looks like they'll send Keemon Taylor deep to receive.
Yeah, and who else is that back there with him? Jeremy. Jeremy Powell. Don't think we've seen him yet on kickoff return duty.
Maybe Kwame Cabell trying to make some adjustments. He needs some spark, something to get the Waco High Lions on the board. As Waco High trails Georgetown 20-0 as we kick off this third quarter.
Matt Diaz in to kick this ball for Georgetown. It's a high kick down the left sideline. It's going to be fielded. Bounces off the chest of the Waco High returner and right to Georgetown. Recovered at the 26-yard line. Not the way you want to start the half.
Yeah, you get to return the kick and you bobble it right to Georgetown. Maybe Kwame Cabell immediately regretting his decision to go with those two returners. We got a Waco High Lion down on the far side of the field about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he was kind of, I guess that was Keemon Taylor over there. He was kind of running up to try and catch that ball.
Might have been blindsided by a hit as he was focused on trying to catch that ball.
Ball bounces off of his shoulder, off his chest, right to a Georgetown player. So Georgetown will have 1st and 10 at the Waco High 26 once this injury timeout concludes.
Looks like Coach Cavill's making his way over there.
Yeah, he's been down for a while.
Yeah. Waco High offense breaks out of their huddle, comes out onto the field.
Graham, when you went down to the sideline, there was an injury for Waco High with down here at the right side of the field. So I decided to throw it to a break, and during the break, Georgetown scored a touchdown. So, you know,
yeah,
I'm not going to throw it to a break here. It was a warm 98 degrees when we kicked this one off. Waco High, it was hot last week, but Waco High, of course, they don't really need it now, but they have a tent set up on their sideline.
Yeah, they got a little Mr. fan down there as well.
Mr. fan.
Yeah, when I went down there, it was fairly warm, but obviously it's definitely way hotter and all that gear running around.
Yep. And really not much breeze to speak of throughout this game.
No.
Flags kind of barely moving in the end zone. Flags above the stands not really moving at all.
No.
And this appears to be somewhat of a serious injury. Multiple coaches and members of the athletic training staff huddled around who we presume to be Keemon Taylor.
Yeah, the Waco High defense heading back to the sideline now. Looked like it was Taylor. He was one of the only guys on that side of the field outside of some blockers, but yeah. Just barely moving those legs.
Yeah, they're keeping his upper body, for the most part, pretty stationary. You know, wanting to take every precaution. His legs are moving.
There is a cart up here near the field house by the Waco High locker room, and looks like it not moving anytime soon right now.
But, you know, 3 trainers have just kind of run down from that area. I guess those are 3 Georgetown. They may have just been late coming out of the locker room.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't read too much into that. Taylor continues moving his legs. There's about 3 or 4 Georgetown trainers over there, and then 3 Waco High trainers. Now Keemon Taylor sits up. A great sign.
Yeah, at least he's moving that upper body, sitting up. It doesn't look like they're going to try and get him up on his feet right now, but at least it's a good sign that he is sitting up, able to move that upper body.
Yeah, just kind of taking his time, and now two trainers actually a trainer in Kwame Cavill will lift Keemon Taylor up, and he is going to walk off on his own power, moving very slowly. But good to see him coming off of the field here. So again, the fumble on the kickoff sets up Georgetown at the Waco High 26 with first down. They are traveling right to left. Ball's on the far hash of the field. Keemon Taylor just about approaching the sideline for Waco High and now off the field.
Georgetown taking the field quickly. Looks like they're ready to get going.
And Darson Herman in at quarterback. I think I called him Daniel Herman throughout the first half. He fakes the handoff, looks to throw down the right side, got a man wide open, hits him in stride at the goal line, but the ball falls out of his hands, incomplete. God, he was wide open. I don't know how he dropped that.
Yeah, Harmon really just had to lob that ball up there. No Waco High defender in the area to be seen.
And that was Jacob Trussell, who he connected with for the first touchdown.
And like he brought that into his chest. Looked like he almost purposely dropped that. I mean, he definitely did not purposely drop it, but I mean, looks like he had it right there against his chest. But
just a beautiful play design, well executed, everything but the catch. So now 2nd and 10. And Herman's going to keep it on the zone read. Breaks a tackle at the 25, gets up to the 22, mark him down at the 21, sets up 3rd and 5.
Pretty good job by Waco High stopping that option that they've had trouble with. Herman's really gotten open on a lot of this.
And he just kind of patiently waits for some blocks to develop, looks for his lane, and uses that big frame to get ahead for a 5 yards on 2nd down. So 3rd and 5. Now a Waco High player looks like he might be cramping. Goes down to the ground. So we'll have a stoppage in play. Georgetown 20-0 over Waco High. Been all Georgetown here tonight.
It's Tyrone Minute Jr. He's very frustrated. He rips his helmet off and just he's sitting up, but he's very frustrated.
Just starting the second half here. Already had our second injury timeout here.
Looks like it may be a cramp. Yeah, they are stretching out that left leg.
You know, we saw a lot of cramps last week. Not so much from Waco High, but from University. And I think this is the second Waco High player that we've seen cramp up tonight. It is a little hotter this week, though.
Off the field, jogging off on his own power. He'll hopefully be back in a few plays after this series.
He was jogging off. He's limping now.
Limping.
Like it cramped back up when he reached the numbers. 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers set for Georgetown. Herman still at quarterback. He hands this off to Edie, left guard. He's tackled down in the backfield. Gets ahead for a gain of 1, but it's not enough for the first down. 4th down coming up for Georgetown.
Really great speed by those Waco High defensive linemen who came on that left side. I mean, they burst through that backfield. Obviously, a design run to the left for Georgetown, but great job by chasing down that running back for Georgetown.
Absolutely. 4th and 4. Georgetown's going to go for this. They've got Herman in there. They bring in big Jacob Trussell, the tight end. Herman's got Edie to his right. He fakes the handoff. He keeps it up the middle. He's got room. Gets hit it hard at the 15 and is dropped there, but it's enough for the first down. They're going to move the chains.
Georgetown lineman lost his helmet there. Yeah, Waco High sent 5 straight into that backfield, and then Herman just runs out to the left side on that option play. Waco High not ready for it.
So now R.J. Moreno will come in, replaces Ryan Edie in the backfield with Herman. 3 wide receivers set out to the right, none to the left. Herman looks to pass, looks to the left side, now looks down the left hash. Got pressure in the backfield, rolls out to the right, breaks the tackle, and now a gang of Waco High defenders brings him down. It's going to go for a loss of 2.
Yeah, great job there by Keith Goy closing in on him. A few other Waco High defenders come and help clean up that tackle.
And also good coverage downfield by that Waco High secondary. Herman had nowhere to go with the ball. So now second and 13. Ball's on the far hash. Herman hands this off to Edie. He's hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, and gets ahead for a gain of about 5. And actually, that was Moreno on the tackle. They're listed as number 22 and 23, and sometimes it's hard to see that. I know I'm making excuses for myself.
Yeah, all three of their backs were 22, 23, and 24.
Yeah. It's like they did that intentionally to mess with the opposing radio crew. So now it's 3rd and 8. Big third down for this Waco High defense. Edie in the backfield with Herman. Herman looks to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run it out to the left side. Cuts upfield. Going to be tackled down at the 13. Really, 13 was the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. 4th and 8.
Yeah, great job of getting in there by Sammy Johnson. Just a great tackle.
And you would think with 4th and 8, Georgetown might think about kicking it here.
Kicker was warming up. He's standing against that wall now. Herman's staying out there.
Yeah, so Georgetown opts to go with a 4 wide receiver set this time. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball on the 13. Herman has the snap, looks to throw over the middle. Pump fakes. Now he keeps it. He's got a lot of running room out to the left side, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. He was waiting for a receiver to come open over the middle. Didn't happen. Pump faked the Waco High linebacker. And once he got out onto the left side, there was a lot of running room, able to get the pylon for the touchdown.
Here's that odd formation again. Looks like they're not actually going to go with it. They sent 6 out to the left side, but looks like they'll bring on the field goal unit.
So Georgetown on the, what's his name? Darcy Herman. Touchdown run goes up 26-0.
Obviously frustrating for Waco High. They sent 5 in, and that's one of the things that happens when you send man coverage. He sent all the receivers to the right side, just left that left side wide open. He had to break 1 tackle, and he's in for the score.
Matt Diaz in to kick this extra point. He missed his first one. Oh, and this snap is over the head of this holder. Ball's on the ground, but Georgetown gets back on top of it. So again, Georgetown extra point attempt is unsuccessful, but they've got a 26-0 lead over Waco High with 8:22 here left in the third quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Darson Herman with the keeper around left side puts Georgetown up 26-0 over Waco High, and here is the Matt Diaz kickoff after the touchdown. It's a high kick, short kick, field at the 22. Down, he comes to the right side, across the middle. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40, 45. Has the kicker to beat and gets tripped up there at the midfield. Tackled there by Matt Diaz, but a really nice return. And that was Jeremy Powell.
Yeah, Kwame Cavill going with some different returners here in the second half. That one paid off. But yeah, great piece of tackling by Diaz, really standing his ground. Wasn't able to really make a miss as he had another Georgetown defender on the chase.
Yeah, he just had a huge lane across the middle of that field, and I've never really gotten to run through a huge lane on a football field like that, but I'd imagine it's a pretty good feeling. Sets up Waco High in great field position at the Georgetown 48. Long is going to hand this off to Ridge. He comes right guard, or actually right tackle. Nice gain on first down, gain of about 6-7 yards. So 2nd and 4. They give him 6. 7:52 left here in the third quarter. Waco High's first real offensive possession of the half. Another handoff to Ridge, met immediately in the backfield and dropped there. Loss of.
May have gotten back to the line. Maybe lose about half a yard there.
Yeah, loss of 1. So that's going to set up 3rd and 5.
But luckily, like I said, those first down yards have kind of helped Waco High, and it's good to have those first down yards to, set up a third and manageable like this.
So the Lions traveling left to right, balls on the near hash. 2 wide receivers set. Long has Ridge to his left and Ratliff to the right. Georgetown jumps across the line. Waco High snaps the ball, flag on the ground, and I think this is going to be another offsides.
You'd like to say that the second time that happened, a heads-up play by the center, but it the whole Waco High offense out of sorts. And
it's a very unnerving way to get 5 yards.
Yeah.
Because it looks like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But Georgetown had clearly crossed across the line. The officials are conferring at the 30-yard line, but this appears to be a repeat of what happened in the first half. And I think they're going to mark off 5 yards here for Waco High, which on 3rd and 5 should be enough for the first down. Whoa. So they've signaled a dead ball, false start on Waco High.
Never heard a whistle, and never blew that play.
Fonville is beside himself.
Now it's the 3rd and 10. This is
that doesn't make any sense. He's still letting this referee kind of hear it. He's walking up to the 40-yard line. So it's 3rd and 10. Same formation for the Lions. Long is looking to the sideline for the play call, and now they send Ratliff out wide right. 8 seconds left on the play clock. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. Play clock goes to 0. Snap is off. They don't blow it dead. He gets the ball out of the right side to Jerome Ratliff. Gain of 1 yard. Play clock was clearly at 0-0. No flags, so 4th and 9. And now I think the Georgetown official is telling the sideline ref on his side what we noticed up here, which was that the play clock went to 0. You know, we started this game with some questionable officiating, and we're starting the half with some questionable officiating.
I think Reyna only about 6 yards deep here.
Looks like and Waco High with an interesting punt formation. And now Georgetown's going to call a timeout. It looked like Waco High might have been setting up a fake punt. Or not a fake punt. It looked like they were maybe going to go for that. As you said, Graham.
Well, I knew Reyna was working on punting duties in practice, so he may have set up to do a little pooch punt there to kind of throw Georgetown off guard.
Graham, how did you know that he was practicing his punting? Did you go to practice?
Sources. No, I have a couple of classes with Nathaniel, and he talked about that, about how he was punting.
And does he go by Nathaniel or Nate?
He goes by Nate, but I've known him for a while. Just known his name was Nathaniel, so I kind of just instinct. But yeah, he goes by Nate.
Well, he is still in there in the backfield, and as you said, Graham, he's only about 6 yards back. But Waco High is lined up in a little bit more of a traditional, they've got all their guys in there on the line of scrimmage as opposed to what they did before, which is they had 3 or 4 guys out to each side.
Well, yeah, they might, before they snapped it last time, they sent about 3 or 4 guys, out to each side. They may put them in motion here. Let's see.
And this might just be, they don't want to risk a possible bad long snap, so Rainier's only standing about 6 yards back, and the referee was just on the Georgetown sideline talking to their coach. Now Kwame Cavill insisting that he comes over and talks. Looks pretty demonstrative here on the sideline.
Yeah, Waco High assistant coach is definitely frustrated. Play clock not starting. Waco High really, Georgetown calls that timeout. Now they're just getting extra time to prepare for what Kwame Cavill was trying to draw up. Obviously frustrating if you're Waco High.
Yeah, this referee has really just ruined single-handedly the chicken dance experience here at Waco ISD.
Yeah, this chicken dance cam has been on for quite a while.
Guy needs to be banned for life.
I know.
So it's 4th and 9. And now Waco High goes back to that same formation. They send some guys out wide, 3 wide left, 2 wide right. Nate Rainier in the backfield, snaps back. He looks to throw, throws left side, caught at the 49. He's got some running room, makes a spin move at the 40 and gets ahead for the first down. Tackled down at the Georgetown the 33. But it doesn't matter. It's first down, Waco High.
Ramondo O'Neal, that big, tall, and he's also a very built receiver, running right through a couple of defenders and a great spin move to pick up the first down.
That was some spin move.
Yeah, we remember O'Neal last year. He had a couple interceptions on the defensive side of the ball, but definitely making his presence felt as a wide receiver now.
Great play call from Waco High. Georgetown had plenty of time to talk about that, and still Waco High capitalizing, converting the 4th down. So now 1st and 10. Ball at the Georgetown 33. Long back in there at quarterback. He takes the snap. Handoff is to Ridge up the middle. Gain of about, ball's on the ground, and Georgetown signaling like they may have it. And I can hear the Waco High coaches next to us saying he was there,
yeah,
he was down.
The referee is signaling that he was down.
So they're going to mark him down. And it does look like as much as I'm not going to lump you in with me, Graham, as much as I've questioned the officiating in this ball game, that does appear to be the correct call. So 2nd and 6 now. 4:42 left here in this 3rd quarter. Long throws quickly right side, caught by Ratliff at the 35. He's at the 30, 25. Spin move up to the 20 and tackled down at the 18.
A couple great spin moves by these Waco High wideouts who have made some good plays, picking up a couple first downs.
Yeah, Waco High just getting the ball to their guys, their athletes in space, and Ratliff and O'Neal doing the rest there. Now 3 wide receivers out to the far side of the field. Bars on the near hash. This is going to be a handoff. Ridge left guard up to the 15. Tackled down at the 14. Gain of, what's that, 5 on 1st down?
6, yeah. But like I was saying in the pregame, if Davion Long's making the throws, I know these receivers can make plays, and we've seen it with Ramondo Neal and now Jerome Ratliff on this drive.
Same formation for the Lions. Ball's in the middle of the field. And now Long fumbles the snap, just dives to get back on top of it, and it's going to go for a loss of about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was already kind of looking upfield for what he was going to do and just didn't even think about catching that snap first.
It's an unlucky break for Waco High. Sets up 3rd and 14. But this is probably 2-down territory. You're down 26-0. You don't need to try to pick up all 14 yards here on one play. And Georgetown kind of giving a little bit of cushion to these receivers. Long is going to hand this one to Ridge, left tackle. He's at the 20, bounces out to the 15, cuts upfield to the 10 to the 5, dives for the pylon, and he is in. Jaden Ridge goes 22 yards around the left side for the Waco High touchdown, and the Waco High Lions are on the scoreboard.
Jalen Ridge running mean right there. He gets his blocks up front, and he does the rest, running straight through that secondary, and a couple great moves inside the 10, and then just stretches himself out and dives over that goal line.
Yeah, he broke several tackles on the way to the end zone. Hit the Jets when he rounded the left side. Omar Espinoza in to kick this extra point. Nate Rainey to hold, snaps back, kick is up, and it is good. And so Waco High finally breaks through, trails Georgetown 26-7 though. Waco High football, 101.3 FM. So Waco High offense finally breaks through on the 22 yards from Jaden Ridge, which was preceded by some really nice plays from that Waco High receiving corps, Raymond on O'Neal and Jerome Ratliff, and Waco High on the scoreboard. They trailed the Georgetown Eagles 26-7 in this final non-district game before they start their district play next Friday night here at Waco ISD Stadium. Omar Espinoza in to kick this after the touchdown. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded down at the 10 by Lachlan. He's up at the 15-20, looking for a seam, finds a seam at the 25, and then tackled down at the 30-31. 2:55 left here in the third quarter. Waco High fumbled the opening kickoff of the second half. Georgetown recovered at the Waco High 26-yard line, capitalized. Then Waco High came back out onto the field and was able to march down the field, put 7 points on the board. With that Waco High touchdown, you can finally feel a little bit of energy here in this crowd. Not to say that there wasn't energy before, but definitely a renewed energy now. Hear the band playing, student section on their feet, waving their arms. Herman in at quarterback for Georgetown. He throws out to the right sideline, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver on the sideline. Incomplete. Georgetown traveling right to left. Ball's on their 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Graham Braunstein is headed down to the sideline as part of his sideline reporter responsibilities with Waco ISD TV, so we'll have him back here when we begin the fourth quarter. Herman now looks to throw. Got plenty of time. Now he's got pressure. Now bowls out to the left side and just throws that one away wisely. But it'll set up 3rd and 10. Would be big here if Waco High can get this Georgetown offense off the field, especially with the Lions offense showing some signs of life here in the third quarter. Three wide receivers set for Georgetown. Herman's got 2 backs in the backfield with him, and the referees could hear the whistle that Georgetown has called a timeout here. So with 2:41 remaining here in the third quarter, Georgetown calls their second timeout of the half. I think they called their other one when Waco High trotted out an interesting formation there on that 4th and 9, the critical 4th and 9 that Waco High was able to convert on their previous drive. When they come back out onto the field, we'll have 3rd and 10. While we have a minute, we want to make a quick announcement. Waco High, the Heart of Texas College Night, is coming up here later this month, Monday, September 23rd. It's going to be at University High School. I said Waco High. That's for Waco ISD. But that is Monday, September 23rd from 6 to 8 o'clock. It's a great time to come and visit with various colleges and universities. There will be representatives there from a number of schools. Just a great event that Waco ISD puts on, and an opportunity to check out a number of schools. So that's September 23rd. Georgetown back out onto the field. 4 wide receivers this time. 1 man goes in motion, and Jordan Orfel throws over the field, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. He was looking for Cade Lachlan. So 4th down here. That was Jordan Older. Sorry, I hadn't called his name in a while. So Waco High forces the 3rd down. They will send 2 guys back to field this punt. Keemon Taylor maybe. No, that's not Keemon Taylor. I don't know who that is. But Jerome Ratliff is down back deep to field this punt. It's kind of a short end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce at the 40 and check up and bounce out of bounds. Marked out at the Waco High 37. Don't know if that was just a short kick or if it was intentionally kicked away from Jerome Ratliff, but Waco High will have good field position to start this one. Their second offensive possession of the second half here. You can hear the Waco High coaches in the booth next to us kind of clapping. You can tell that touchdown has also gotten their gotten their energy up as well. Three wide receivers set for the Lions. Long in the backfield with Ratliff and Ridge. Handoff goes to Ridge, right side, right tackle. Breaks the tackle. Actually, that was Adrian Rodriguez on the carry, and he gets ahead for a gain of 3. Up to the Waco High 41, 42-yard line. Rodriguez and Ridge still in there in the backfield with Long. And Long looks to throw this one. He's looking right side, throws deep down the right side, looking for O'Neal. Oh, and it goes incomplete. It was good coverage. Raymond O'Neal just kind of had to spin back to the left side, spin to his left. Catchable ball, but it would have been a difficult catch to make. So now 3rd and 7. Waco High traveling left to right. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Handoff to Long. He hands to Ridge, left guard. Nothing there. Cuts to the middle. meets some resistance, keeps churning those legs, and gets ahead for a gain of 5. 2 yards shy of the first down marker. So 4th and 2 here at the Waco High 46-yard line. And Waco High is going to send on Nate Raina, who we heard Graham Braunstein say had been practicing his punting. Of course, last time Waco High did not punt, he threw it out to the left side, and Raymond O'Neal did the rest. Converted the first down. 4th and 2. Ball at the 46. They need the 48. Raina rolls out to the right. Looks like he might throw. He does throw, and that ball is going to be out of bounds. Uncatchable ball. So turnover on downs. Georgetown will come back out onto this field, and they'll take over at the Waco High 46. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Georgetown 26, Waco High 7. Waco High wearing these gray unis that we haven't seen, and uniforms that we haven't seen, at least not, I don't recall seeing these last season. But gray pants, gray tops, red numerals, red helmets with that new Waco lion with a crown on its head, logo on the helmets. Jordan Older back in at quarterback. He throws quickly on a slant over the middle, in and out of the hands of the attendant receiver, incomplete. Older, more of the passing quarterback for Georgetown. We've seen a lot of Darson Herman tonight on some design quarterback runs, a couple of throws. And Older delivered that right on the money to Jacob Trussell, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Older looks to throw, throwing left side over the middle on a deep slant. Great pass breakup by Waco High. Incomplete pass. I think that was maybe Sean Coursey on the coverage. Yeah, he just did a great job kind of blanketing his guy, extending his right hand to break the pass up on the slant over the middle. Sean Coursey's a senior defensive back for Waco High. So 3rd and 10 for Georgetown. Waco High jumps across the line. Flag comes in. It's going to be a free play now. Older throws deep down the right side. Receiver's got to step on the man. Some contact from the defensive back and another flag out. This one's going to be pass interference as the ball goes incomplete. So not only did Georgetown have a free play, but then Waco High, and you really don't mind that pass interference penalty there because he had a step. You don't want to give up a touchdown. So you can hear the referee there. The 5-yard penalty for the offsides decline, 15-yard penalty for the pass interference deep down the field. That pass interference penalty occurred at maybe the 5-yard line. So Georgetown now with the ball at the Waco High 31, traveling right to left. Three wide receivers out to the left, one to the right. Older is going to hand this one off to Edey, right guard. Gets ahead for a gain of maybe 3. Ryan Edey listed at 6'1", 185 pounds. Looks a little bit like a fullback out there running between the tackles. Older hands off to Edey again. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets up to the 25, and then tackled down just shy of the line to gain. And that is the final play of the third quarter. Georgetown 26, Waco High 7. When we come back, we'll have 3rd and 1. The Waco High 22. You're listening to Waco High Football on 101.3 FM. They lead Waco High 26-7. It's 3rd and a short 1. 3 wide receivers set for the Lions, and now a penalty flag comes in from the back judge. Not sure what this might be. Maybe too many men on the field. But nobody's running off the field. They're waving the flag off. The back judge, after he threw the flag, he kind of started counting the guys and realized, oh wait, there are only 11 guys out here, which is apparently, it is legal in high school football. So here's the third down snap. It's a handoff to Edie. He breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage and is able to get ahead. He's got the first down and 2 more. Gain of about 3. So the chains will move. 1st and 10 at the Waco High 18. Oldorp hands again. No, he keeps this around the left side. He's tackled down at the Waco High 12. Actually, the Waco High 11. So 2nd and 4. Georgetown now traveling left to right. Waco High's got to keep him out of the end zone here to have any chance to come back in this ball game. Man comes in motion for Georgetown. 3 wide receivers. Oldrup is going to hand this off to Edie, right guard. Now he bounces out to the right side, looking to get the edge. Tripped up at the 9. Flag comes down in the backfield in the area where you might expect a hold. Graham Braunstein now coming back into the booth. It wasn't a holding call. It was a personal foul. Face mask on Georgetown. Huge penalty. Going to back Georgetown up 15 yards. Hey, Graham, take a minute to catch your breath. You sound like you ran up here.
I know. I've been running a little ways.
Who'd you interview?
I interviewed Mr. Scott Stuhler and Mr. Tyler Sage, the directors of the Lion Pride Band.
So 2nd and 16 for Georgetown. And Oldrup is going to throw this out after faking the handoff to Edie in the flat. He's up to the 20, pushed out of bounds at the 16, 15-yard line. 2 flags come in.
Yeah, both thrown in from the backfield. 1 by the line judge, too.
Let's back them up some more. Side judge is signaling holding. And Georgetown is walking backwards. So they've gone from kind of being, well, they haven't really had much success kicking the ball on their extra point attempts, but they've gone out of what I would imagine was probably field goal range and are now back at, this one's spotted at the Waco High 31-yard line. Ball's on the near side of the field, near hash. 2 wide receivers out to the right. Now man comes in motion. Oldrup looks to throw. Pump fakes out of the right flat. Now throws deep down the right side. Ball is overthrown. Incomplete.
Sean Coursey had a pretty good run on that ball. Wasn't able to quite chase it down, though.
Yeah, Sean Coursey had great coverage out there. Had great coverage on the, I don't know if that was the same drive or the previous drive where he broke up that slant over the middle, but Coursey was the best shot at catching that ball. So 3rd and 23. Ball's at the Waco High 31. Georgetown needs the Waco High 9 for the first down, and Oldrup looks to throw right side. Oh no, over the middle. He has a man. Bobbled. Did he come down with it?
They signaled a touchdown. Did they?
I think that was incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete.
That was the most wishy-washy signal I've ever seen from an official.
I noticed when he came to the ground, the ball was not in his hands. Yeah, doesn't look like he ever maintained complete control of that ball.
The ball was bobbled. He was kind of bobbling it. It looked like he might have had control as he was going to the ground, but then when he hit the ground, the ball bounced out. Sorry for the confusion on that call. It's 4th down now, 4th and 23, and Georgetown looks like they're going for it. Although now Darson Herman kind of backs up and is going to punt this ball. He kind of just pooch kicks it down. It bounces at the 5, at the 4, and man, what a beautiful kick.
Yeah, inside the 3-yard line, maybe rolling inside the 2 now.
Gosh. Maybe not a beautiful kick, but a perfectly executed kick. It's going to pin Waco High deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So Waco High will have to go 98 yards to keep this game interesting. 10-12 left here in the fourth quarter. Lions trailing Georgetown 26-7.
Seemed like they had a chance on that last drive late in the third. That throw to Ramondo Neal, he was well covered, almost made a play on that ball, and then they weren't able to execute after that.
You were probably down on the sideline for that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was down here near the band. I interviewed him in front of the band, just kind of watching that right here on the near side, But very frustrating. I mean, that touchdown there would have put Waco High right back in it at 14-26 at least.
So Davion Long stands about 4 yards deep in his own end zone for the shotgun snap. He's going to hand this off to Ridge, right guard, nowhere to go. He's tackled down in the end zone. Did he get far enough forward to avoid the safety?
Referee signals safety.
Wow. So it is a safety. Jaden Ridge couldn't get out of the end zone across that goal line. And so Georgetown with 2 points. They're up now 28-7 over Waco High. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Georgetown extends their lead over Waco High to 28-7. We've got just over 10 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Still a 3-possession game, but the road a lot more difficult now for the Lions, following the safety of the tackle of Jaden Ridge in the end zone. Graham, do you know these guys dancing on the scoreboard right now?
That's the Lion Pride band, but I'm not exactly sure who they are, who the people are.
Even though Waco High is on the trailing end of the scoreboard, for a brief moment they had flipped to the Georgetown logo with the University Trojan logo, and it looked like University was up 28-7, but they fixed the error. So Waco High, following the safety, they're going to have to kick this one off from their own 20, punt this one from their own 20. Omar Espinoza, formerly number 55, tonight number 35.
He's teeing it up.
Oh, do you not have to punt it in high school?
I don't. I kind of looked that up a while ago, and I don't think there's a specific rule as to what you're supposed to do, but I feel like when they kick that far back, they like to punt it so they can get some air under it, so they can at least get guys down there in hopes of not letting a big return happen. But let's see what they go with.
We'll make a note to look that up during the week, which means we won't. So here is the Omar Espinoza kick from the 20. It's a deep line drive kick. It's going to be fielded at the 25, at the 30, 35. Oh, he's got a seam at the 40, 45, 50. And it's upended, brought down at midfield.
Big tackle was that Ramondo Neal.
That was Andres Langhorn for Georgetown on the return.
Yeah, Ramondo Neal, the big man with the hit.
I think I remember Andres Langhorn from last year. This feels like a name that Tom Nesbitt would have repeated over and over and over again for no reason.
One name I saw, they have a 5'9" defensive lineman, 170, named Logan Boltinghouse, number 33. I haven't seen him tonight, but
Boltinghouse?
When I was looking through this roster, I saw that bottom of that first row there.
And he weighs 170.
Yeah, at 5'9".
Defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, kids these days. All right, Georgetown with 1st and 10 at the Waco High 48, and this is Oldrup on the carry, dragging a guy with him, gets ahead for a gain of about 7.
That tackle by Tyron Minute Jr. there kind of just gave Oldrup a few extra yards. He kind of pushed him forward there.
So scoreboard says 2nd and 5, but I think it's really 2nd and 4. Georgetown traveling left to right, 9:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Leading Waco High 28-7. Oldrup fakes like he's going to pitch it to the left. Now throws out to the right side to Cade Lofton. He catches it at the 45 and is going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. It's Cade Laughlin. I think I said Laughlin. So 3rd and 5. Crucial 3rd down situation for Waco High to stay in this game. Oldrup hands off to Edey, right guard. Gets some resistance, tackled down at the 40, shy of the yard to gain. Just shy.
Well, yeah, Georgetown here, no man's land again. Wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. Looks like they will, but they bring Oldorp off and bring in Darson Herman.
Yeah, Edie's kind of tough to bring down. We've talked about, he weighs 185.
Well, yeah, now they got their package in there with probably their hardest to tackle players with Herman taking the snaps and Edie to his right.
Yeah, so Darson Herman in to take this snap, fakes the handoff to Edie, right up the middle for Herman. He breaks a tackle at the 30, 25, 20, spins his way down to the 15 and tackled down at the 14. Nice play design. Fake the handoff on the zone read to Edie, running left side, and Herman had a nice crease up the middle. And if Edie's a tough guy to bring down, Darson Herman is especially tough to bring down, 6'3", 215 pounds. And Graham, he's only a sophomore.
Wow. I mean, he looks like a senior at 6'3". That's pretty unbelievable.
Herman's still in there at quarterback. Rolls out to his right, design quarterback run, looking to get the edge, not going to get it, pushed out of bounds at the 15. That'll set up 2nd and 10. 7:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Three wide receivers set for Georgetown. Herman hands this one off to Edie, up the middle, bounces to the left side up to the 10, tackled down at the 8. Pickup of 7 yards there on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and 4. And now Herman's just going to hand this one off to Edie again. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Up to the 3. Mark him down at the 2.5. And now Georgetown looking to go quickly, kind of sensing that this Waco High defensive front is worn down. Herman, handoff to Edie. Actually tackled down at the 2. No, gain of about a half a yard. Penalty flag comes in late.
Looks like a Waco High player. Might be an unsportsmanlike conduct. He was talking to a Georgetown player right in front of the ref.
Well, Graham, there's nothing inherently unsportsmanlike about talking.
Well, we don't know exactly what he was saying. Looks like it's number 49, Deshaun Fisher, but we'll see what the call is.
You don't think he might have been complimenting him?
Yeah, there it is. The unsportsmanlike conduct call. It's kind of frustrating to see for the senior linebacker, Deshaun Floyd, one of the kind of vocal leaders of this defense.
But, you know, if you're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, make it so it's only a 1-yard penalty.
Yeah, when it's only half the distance
half
to the
the
goal.
distance to the goal, so that'll put him at the 1-yard line. Graham, I got a score update out of Mount Vernon. I don't really know if they're in Mount Vernon or Farmersville, but Mount Vernon is up 36-20 over Farmersville in the fourth quarter. A lot of our listeners are interested in keeping up with that score.
If you're interested in soccer, the U.S. men's national team just fell to Mexico 3-0.
All right. The other football. Herman lines up behind center for the first time tonight, takes the snap. Quarterback sneak, but doesn't get into the end zone. Waco High is signaling first down for themselves as if the ball came out, but the referees are marking Herman down at the 1. So 2nd and goal now. 6:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Waco High trails by 3 possessions, 28-7. Herman still in there at quarterback. 2 wide receivers set now. Edie goes in motion. Handoff is to Moreno up the middle. Did he get across the goal line? He did. Touchdown, Georgetown. Georgetown goes up 34-7 over Waco High with just over 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Just trying to wear down. You know, this Waco High defense has been out on the field for a lot this game. Their offense didn't really do much to help them in the first half. And some signs of that might be showing here, although they did kind of stand up there as Georgetown reached the 2-3 yard line.
Well, yeah, the offense that Georgetown's been running has really been wear and tear down this Waco High offense as they just kind of move the chains, a lot of third and shorts.
The extra point kick is up, and for the first time tonight, Georgetown converts an extra point kick. They go up 35-7 over Waco High. 6:07 left here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Georgetown extends their lead over Waco High 35-7. The kick following the touchdown is a short kick to the left sideline. Was that fair caught? They kind of blew it dead before it looked like he went to the ground. Ball is marked down at the Waco High 30.
A score of note from the area, the Lake Ridge Eagles are up on the Midway Panthers 36-35 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10 Lake Ridge at the Waco Midway 41-yard line.
That sounds every bit as an exciting game as what we had here last Friday night.
Well, I know Midway's probably giving every last effort that they have after losing in Week 1 to Euless Trinity. They don't want to start the season 0-2.
And while we were at break, our producer back in the studio, Garrett, informed us that Mart has lost tonight. Don't have the score exactly, but wanted to report that. Waco High comes back out onto the field, the offense does, and immediately a penalty flag is thrown.
20-3 was the score of that one. Mart scored 3 points in that game.
Be interested to see what the meaning of this flag is. Delay of game on the Waco High offense coming out after the kickoff. Don't even know how that's. I don't know. I don't know what to say, Graham. 6:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Waco High trailing Georgetown 35-7. Long is going to hand us off to Ridge up the middle. Or actually,
who was that?
Hands it off to somebody.
Not on our roster. Number 31 for Waco High.
Graham, this is what you have to look forward to, with a career in broadcasting, the end of these games where they just start throwing guys out there.
Yeah.
So number 31 checks into the backfield for Waco High. We have no idea who he is. Probably Omar Espinoza's long-lost cousin.
Yeah, probably.
Long still in at quarterback, though, and he looks to throw, rolls out to the left side, and he's just going to throw this one away. Nobody there to throw the ball to. I don't know if that was a broken play. It looked like Long wanted to maybe run. Whatever it was, it brings up 3rd and 10. 5:22 left in the fourth quarter. Waco High will start their district schedule next Friday night here at Waco ISD Stadium. They host Ellison. This is a handoff to number 31 up the middle. He breaks the tackle, spins out of it up to the 35, and then tackled down at the 40.
Flag comes in, yeah.
Flag comes in late. Referee and the back judge is signaling maybe like a face mask or a horse collar.
I'm not sure. He kind of did get spun around on that tackle. It didn't look like anything dirty.
Yeah, or he was motioning, holding Waco High. Because that's just how it goes. So Waco High is this is going to be backed up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's actually going to be 3rd and 10. Ball's at the Waco High 30. They need the 40 for the first down. Four wide receivers set. Number 31 still in there in the backfield, and Long looks to throw. Now rolls out to the left, throws left down the sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Corey Taylor.
Long really had a lot of time to throw. The guys up front gave him some time, but really just some great coverage downfield. Georgetown only sending 3.
So with 4th and 10 and 4 possessions down, 4 touchdowns down, Waco High trots out the punt team here, and Omar Espinoza will come out to punt this ball away for Waco High. Just under 5 minutes here remaining in the fourth quarter. Espinoza stands at the 15 now. Waco High sends a player on late. There's 2 seconds on the play clock. 1 goes to 0. Snap is off. And they actually do blow it dead this time. The back judge was all over it. So Omar Espinoza is going to get a little more of a runway here to kick this one away with. More of a runway or less of a runway? I don't know, but
timeout.
Yeah, don't know if our listeners could hear that, but a timeout was called before the delay of game.
Another score you might be interested in, the number 5 in the state, Clifton Cubs, have fallen tonight. Looking to build on a very successful season last year. They fall 16-12 to Crawford. I mean, they were number 5 in the state, chasing state. They had a very successful season last year. Obviously wanted to build on that, and a loss here, not something that's going to help that out.
So a couple of big, highly ranked programs falling tonight, kind of unexpectedly early in the season.
Lake Ridge has just scored to go up 43-35 with 2:51 to go up over Midway.
Wow. How much is left in that game, do you know?
2:51.
Okay. So Espinoza in now to punt the kick. Punts it from his own 20. It's a high spiraling kick over the head of the returner. Bounces at 35-30. Checks up finally at the 25, and actually it bounced back to the 26. So it's marked down at the Georgetown 26. 4:33 left here in the fourth quarter. Georgetown over Waco High, 35-7. Waco High, that offense had some signs of life here early in the third quarter. Was making some things happen, had a couple of nice plays converted on a 4th and 9 with a nice play from Raymond O'Neal, followed up by a nice catch out in the flat and run by Jerome Ratliff, and then capped off with a 22-yard Jaden Ridge touchdown run, but it's been tough since then. Of course, penalties don't really help you, and the penalty bug has kind of reared its ugly head here for Waco High here in this late third and fourth quarter. Jordan Older, actually Brian Eady gets the carry, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, spins his way up to the 30, and then up to the 35, where he's tackled down. New quarterback in for Georgetown. That is Jackson Tingley. And he
6'4", 205, another big body for
another Georgetown giant out there. 6'4", weighs 205 pounds. And he is a senior. We need to look up what Georgetown's basketball team is ranked at. Jeez.
No wonder, yeah.
So it's 2nd and short. Tingley hands off to Edie up the middle, and he plows ahead, gets up to the Georgetown 41, first down. Probably going to be a steady dose of Ryan Edie, and looks like Zane Quick is in there now. So Quick in there with Tingley. 3 wide receivers out to the left, none to the right. Tingley hands off to Quick. He quickly gets past the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle at the 50 up to the 45, and then tackled down at the 44-43 of Waco High.
Clock stops momentarily to move the chains, but yeah, Georgetown just starting to milk the clock. Waco High does have 2 timeouts remaining, but we'll see how much they...
Yeah, if Waco High is considerate to us, they will not call those timeouts, right, Graham?
I mean, to us, maybe.
Yeah. Prolonging the inevitable at this point. And Georgetown letting this play clock wind down. 6 seconds left on the clock. Tingley in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws to the slot receiver. Caught break, makes a man miss, gets up to the 35 at the first down marker. Looks like it's enough for the first down. Yes, they're signaling to move the chains. pass was caught by, I think, is that Cade Laughlin, 88?
Yes.
I think they credit Zamir Latchison with the tackle.
Took about 5 lines to take him down, but
Yeah.
Latchison may have...
Yeah, I think Latchison came in there and finished him off.
Yeah.
So now Georgetown sends 3 wide receivers out to the right. Fakes the handoff to Quick, throws out to the slot on the right. Caught.
Brendan Bradford.
Yeah, Brendan Bradford for a gain of 5. Short Brandon Bradford, only 5'10". If you're just joining us, that's a sarcastic remark because all of the receivers for Georgetown are probably 6'3", 6'4". One is 6'6". Tingley's going to hand this. No, he keeps it to the left side. Now bounces out. Tries going a little bit backfield. Tackled for actually no gain. Tackled at the line of scrimmage.
All I know is Georgetown's going to have some options at quarterback for the next few years. They got some big bodies and some young bodies out there.
47 seconds left on this game clock here. Georgetown has done an incredible job of, thankfully and mercifully, winding this down for us. They'll need to run one more play here. Tingley does hand this one off to Quick. And he's going to get ahead for a gain of 3. And that should be the final play of the game. Georgetown 35-7 over Waco High. A game that was all Georgetown really from the start. Waco High had a chance to get back into this game in the second half, but couldn't do it. Georgetown takes this one 35-7 over Waco High. Come back for the postgame show. You're listening to Waco High Football on 101.3 FM.